Nobody expected Dave Chappelle to be the one to break the silence. Not the commentators, not the insiders, and definitely not Erika Kirk, who has spent months pretending she's untouched, unbothered, and unexposed by everything swirling around her. But tonight, that illusion shattered in front of millions. Because Dave didn't just hint at something. He didn't suggest something. He leaked it, directly, bluntly, unapologetically. And the moment the clip hit social media, the entire internet froze. And what he exposed wasn't a political detail. It wasn't a financial controversy. It wasn't even about Erika's ties to the fallout. No, it was about how she allegedly treated Charlie's parents. The two people Erika always claimed to respect. The two people she constantly referenced publicly as family. The two people she said she admired deeply. Dave Chappelle didn't just call that a lie. He explained why it was a lie. And he described certain private moments. Ugly moments, tense moments, disrespectful moments. Moments nobody outside the inner circle was ever supposed to hear. In the leaked audio, Dave can be heard saying, "If y'all knew the way she spoke to his parents behind the scenes, man, fans would lose it." And fans did lose it. Comments exploded. What did she say? Why would Erika talk to them like that? Dave wouldn't risk this unless it was real. Speculation erupted instantly. Was Erika rude to them? Did she belittle them? Did she blame them for the fallout? Did she treat them like obstacles? Or, as Dave hinted, did she go even further? Because Chappelle didn't leak everything. He leaked just enough to expose the truth and hide the part that fans are now obsessively digging for. But what stunned everyone the most wasn't what Dave revealed. It was why he revealed it. And once you hear that part, you'll understand why this scandal is about to explode bigger than ever. Long before Dave Chappelle ever opened his mouth, before a single second of leaked audio ever hit the internet, the tension surrounding Erika Kirk and Charlie's parents had already been smoldering, quietly, dangerously, and completely behind the scenes. It wasn't public. It wasn't visible. But the people closest to the situation knew something was off long before the world caught on. The truth is, Erika's relationship with Charlie's parents was never the warm, respectful, family-like bond she portrayed online. That image, the polished captions, the polite smiles, the carefully posed photos, was a facade, a performance, something she maintained because it looked stable, because it made her seem connected, because it made her seem trustworthy. But behind closed doors, behind the events, the speeches, the private gatherings, the controlled environments, the story was very different. It started small, like these stories always do. Subtle moments most people wouldn't notice unless they were watching closely. Moments like Erika brushing past Charlie's mother at an event without acknowledging her, or correcting Charlie's father's phrasing in a tense tone during a planning meeting, or rolling her eyes when they asked questions about decisions directly affecting their son. People close to the family noticed instantly. One insider said, "Whenever Charlie's mom spoke, Erika acted like it was an inconvenience." Another claimed, "His dad tried to give input once, and Erika shut him down so fast the whole room froze." At first, Charlie's parents shrugged it off. They weren't political animals. They weren't used to high-pressure rooms or navigating egos. They assumed they'd misunderstood. They assumed the tension was stress, nothing more. But as time passed, the signs became impossible to ignore. During one private event, long before the fallout, long before the tension exploded publicly, Charlie's mom allegedly approached Erika to ask a simple, innocent question about scheduling. Erika reportedly responded with, "This isn't your lane. Let the people who understand these things handle it." People in the room were stunned. Charlie's mom stayed quiet. Charlie's dad looked away. Erika walked off like nothing happened. That moment never went public. But everyone who saw it remembered it. Because it was the first time Erika exposed the side of her personality she kept hidden from the cameras. Over time, that side grew bolder. As her influence increased, so did the disconnect between her public persona and her private behavior. She had built an identity around being strategic, calm, and composed, someone who could handle pressure without cracking. But insiders say what she really became was controlling, dismissive, and aggressively territorial over decisions she believed should be hers, whether they were or not. And nobody felt that more deeply than Charlie's parents. The closer Erika got to Charlie's world, the more she tried to position herself as a gatekeeper. She filtered access. She filtered conversations. She filtered what reached Charlie and what didn't. Staffers say she became the buffer between him and the people who had always been part of his inner circle, including his own family. One volunteer recalled, if his mom wanted to see him after an event, Erika would say, "He's busy, not now," like she owned his time. Another said, she'd walk into rooms and act like Charlie's parents were in her way. But the most telling detail came from someone who worked closely with the family. They said Erika often spoke about Charlie's parents in a tone that was cold enough to shock even experienced staff. They're emotional. They don't get how things work. They slow things down. The tension only grew as Charlie's influence increased. The higher he rose, the more Erika positioned herself as a protector of his image. A protector who acted like Charlie's own parents were liabilities. She allegedly told someone during a planning session, "We need to limit their involvement. They say too much." That statement spread among staff like wildfire. Not publicly. Never publicly. But behind closed doors, the whispers grew louder. People started noticing the way Erika would step between the family during events, literally positioning herself physically between Charlie and his parents. She'd answer questions addressed to them. She'd speak on their behalf. She'd dismiss their concerns with a smile that barely masked her irritation. But the biggest shift happened the year Charlie faced one of the most stressful periods of his career. As pressure climbed and public scrutiny intensified, staff members expected Erika to support the family. Instead, insiders say she did the opposite. She allegedly blamed Charlie's parents for delays, miscommunications, and negative reactions from the public, even when they had nothing to do with it. A former staffer said, Erika would say things like, "They're interfering," or "They don't understand branding," or "Keiko," or "They should stay out of the spotlight." And Charlie didn't notice because Erika always said it privately. But the worst part? Charlie's parents did notice. They just didn't speak up. They loved their son. They didn't want to cause a scene. They didn't want to deepen tensions. So they took the disrespect quietly, hoping the situation would improve. It didn't. It got worse. Much worse. Because as the pressure grew between Erika and the family, a new voice entered the situation. Someone who would eventually become the unexpected detonator of the entire scandal. Dave Chappelle. Dave had always been cautious about what he involved himself in. He didn't play with political drama. He didn't like stepping into other people's messes. But he did have one strict rule. He refused to tolerate disrespect toward parents, especially parents who had sacrificed everything for their child. And Dave had been around long enough, backstage, at events, in private green rooms, to see the small, subtle, cutting moments most people missed. He'd seen Erika snap at the family when she thought cameras weren't rolling. He'd seen her dismiss Charlie's mom for asking a simple question. He'd seen her brush off Charlie's dad when he tried to explain something personal. He'd seen the way she looked at them. Not like humans, not like in-laws, but like obstacles. But Dave didn't say anything. Not yet. Not until the night everything broke. The night Charlie's parents arrived at an event visibly shaken after something Erika allegedly said outside the venue. Whatever happened in that interaction was so cold, so shocking, so unfiltered that both parents looked pale when they walked inside. Dave saw it. He asked what happened. Charlie's mom shook her head and said, "We're used to it now." Those 4 words changed everything for Dave. From that moment on, he began paying attention, watching, listening, noticing every interaction between Erika and Charlie's family. And what he witnessed made him furious. He saw the dismissiveness, the subtle intimidation, the condescension, the passive-aggressive comments, the accidental tone shifts, the icy smiles that didn't reach her eyes. But Dave stayed silent, until he heard Erika cross the line one night in a way he couldn't ignore. In a private hallway before a major event, Erika allegedly snapped at Charlie's mother over something insignificant. The full sentence wasn't heard, but the tone was unmistakable. And Dave Chappelle was standing just behind the divider curtain. He heard everything. He confronted Erika later that night, quietly, privately. But she brushed him off, acted like he was exaggerating, acted like he didn't understand the stress she was under. Dave walked away furious. He didn't speak publicly about it. He didn't expose it. Not until now. Because once Erika's other scandals exploded, once the fallout erupted, once leaks hit the internet, once Mickey's wife exposed her, Dave decided he wasn't going to sit silently anymore. He decided people deserved to know the truth about how Erika treated the 2 people who deserved it least, Charlie's parents. And if what Dave hinted is true, his leak wasn't the full story. It was the beginning. The major conflict didn't erupt in a single moment. It built itself layer by layer until the truth snapped open like a steel trap. It began the night Dave Chappelle finally stopped holding back. The same night, a private green room conversation, a shaken witness, and a leaked voice note collided so violently that even people inside TPUSA claimed they felt the walls shake. It happened at a charity taping. A polished event, cameras everywhere, donors smiling, guests dressed to perfection. Charlie's parents were there, looking proud, but exhausted. Dave Chappelle was scheduled for a brief appearance, and he arrived early, as he always did when he sensed tension. And tension was everywhere. Multiple insiders later admitted they noticed something was off before anything happened. Erika was pacing. Staffers whispered behind clipboards. Charlie's mother kept fiddling with her bracelet, a nervous habit she had whenever something heavy weighed on her mind. Charlie's father, usually calm and steady, kept glancing toward the hallway Erika disappeared into repeatedly. Dave noticed it immediately. He walked over to Charlie's parents to greet them, but the moment he saw their faces, pale, tight, eyes full of something deeper than stress, he felt something wasn't right. When he asked if they were okay, Charlie's mom forced a smile so fragile it looked like it might shatter. She whispered one sentence that would haunt him. "She said something to us again." Dave felt his chest tighten. Again? Again? But before he could ask further, a staffer rushed in and said, "Erika needs to speak with you, now." Dave followed, reluctantly, already feeling his irritation rising. He stepped behind the curtain dividing the hallway from the green room and saw Erika standing with her arms crossed, jaw locked tight, eyes sharp. She didn't waste time. "Dave, you need to stop interfering with things you don't understand." Dave blinked, confused. "Interfering?" he asked. "What are you talking about?" Erika shot back. "Charlie's parents. You make them think their feelings matter in situations that are about optics, not emotions." That sentence hit Dave in the gut like a punch. He stared at her. She didn't flinch. She meant every word. Dave said quietly, "You talk to them like they're burdens." And Erika, without hesitation, fired back. "Because sometimes they are." Dave froze. That was the moment. The moment he knew the public had absolutely no idea who Erika really was. He stepped toward her, lowering his voice. "You don't get to treat people like that. Those are his parents." Erika's response was instantaneous and cold. "They slow him down. They complicate decisions. They don't understand the brand." Brand? Brand? Dave almost laughed. Not from humor, but disbelief. He muttered, "They're not part of the brand. They're his family." Erika rolled her eyes, actually rolled them, and said, "Family only matters when it doesn't get in the way." Dave's expression changed instantly. That was it. He was done. He stepped back, took a breath, and said, "I'm not keeping quiet about this anymore." Erika's face twisted with sharp irritation. "You won't say anything. You know you won't." But Dave didn't respond. He simply walked away. Minutes later, Charlie's mother approached him again, quietly wiping her eyes. She whispered, "Please don't make this worse. We're used to managing it." That sentence broke Dave. Completely. Not because of the words, but because of the resignation in her voice, the exhaustion, the acceptance of disrespect no parent should ever have to endure. And that's when Dave made the decision that would eventually lead to the leak. He wasn't going to let Erika continue hurting them. He wasn't going to let her rewrite history. He wasn't going to let her pretend she loved Charlie's parents when she treated them like props. But at the time, Dave didn't know his private comments would leak. He didn't film anything. He didn't record anything. He didn't intend to go public. The leak happened because of someone else entirely. Someone who overheard the hallway argument. Someone who recorded Dave's comments. Someone who sent that audio to the wrong person. Or the right one. What people didn't expect was that the leak came from a staff member who, according to insiders, had grown sick of Erika's behavior. Sick of the way she commanded rooms she didn't own. Sick of the way she belittled the family. Sick of the way she made them feel invisible. That staffer recorded Dave quietly saying, "If people knew how she talks to them behind the scenes, they'd lose their minds." That short audio clip, just 12 seconds long, sat hidden for weeks. Until the Mickey McCoy wife leak. Until Erika's other scandals erupted. Until the internet started demanding every truth tied to her. That's when the staffer decided to release it. When the audio hit public platforms, fans went wild. People felt betrayed, shocked, angry. One viral comment read, "Wait, she treated Charlie's parents like trash? That's unforgivable." Another, "Dave wouldn't say this unless it was real." But the first major twist came not from Dave, and not from Erika, but from someone nobody expected. Charlie's parents themselves. In a leaked group chat screenshot, someone claiming to be close to the family revealed, "They didn't want this out. They never wanted the drama, but they also never denied what happened." And then came the biggest confirmation so far. A source close to Dave said, "He didn't leak it, but he doesn't regret it got out." But while the public was reacting, Erika was spiraling. According to insiders, the moment she heard Dave's words trending, she went into full meltdown. She accused staff of betrayal. She demanded to know who leaked it. She called multiple people liabilities. She threatened to set the record straight. But here's the twist Erika never expected. While she was panicking internally, another leak was preparing to drop. And this one didn't come from staff. It didn't come from Dave. It didn't come from Mickey's wife. It came from someone who had nothing left to lose. Because sources say there's a recording, a private, never-before-heard audio, of Erika's actual words to Charlie's parents. Not rumors, not secondhand stories, not impressions, her actual voice. And according to the insider who heard it, Dave's leak wasn't the worst thing she said, not even close. The insider claims the recording reveals a sentence so cruel, so cold, so shockingly disrespectful that even people who disliked Erika were stunned silent. A sentence that directly contradicts every public image she has ever tried to portray. And Mickey's wife? She hinted she knows exactly what's on that recording, because she commented under a viral post, "Dave only told half of it." Half. Meaning the other half, the real half, is still out there, waiting, locked. ready to explode at any moment. And that part? Names names, blames blame, and reveals why Erika treated Charlie's parents the way she did. Because according to 3 sources, it wasn't personal, it was strategic. And the next leak will expose the strategy. The escalation didn't unfold gradually. It detonated, like a fuse burning in silence, suddenly meeting a barrel of gasoline. Because the moment Dave Chappelle's comment leaked, the internet didn't just react, it mobilized. People wanted answers. They wanted receipts. They wanted proof of how Erika truly treated Charlie's parents. And the more they demanded, the more people from inside TPUSA came crawling out of the shadows with stories, screenshots, whispers, and memories they once swore they'd take to the grave. The pressure built so intensely that it triggered something Erika never anticipated. People stopped protecting her. For years, Erika relied on intimidation, emotional manipulation, strategic silences, and carefully curated alliances to keep everyone around her in line. But Dave's leak flipped the dynamic overnight. Suddenly, every person who had witnessed her disrespect, every person she had dismissed, snapped at, or controlled, felt emboldened. One insider posted anonymously, "Her treatment of Charlie's parents wasn't an isolated incident. It was a pattern." That message alone gathered thousands of comments in minutes. Another insider added, "The worst part wasn't what she said. It was how comfortable she was saying it." Screenshots began pouring in, messages between staff showing moments where Erika made snide remarks about the family. They slow everything down. They don't fit the image. If they step out of line again, I'll handle it. But the screenshot that made the internet freeze was a message allegedly written by Erika just days before the fallout. "His parents need to learn boundaries. I'm not catering to their emotions anymore." The comments underneath exploded. "Who talks like this about someone's parents? This is evil." So Dave wasn't lying. And then, another leak surfaced. This time, it didn't come from a staffer, wasn't posted anonymously, and wasn't hidden in a private chat room. It came from someone who used to work directly with Charlie's parents. A former family liaison posted, "There were times when Charlie's mom left events crying. People assumed it was stress. It wasn't. Erika pushed her out of decision-making completely." The internet roared. People demanded accountability. They demanded Erika speak. They demanded someone explain why she would treat Charlie's parents so coldly. And then came the first major twist of this escalation. Because a staff member leaked something far more devastating than text messages. A partial recording. Not the big one. Not the nuclear audio. Not the one Mickey's wife hinted at. This was a smaller clip, but it was enough to break the internet. In the audio, Erika is heard saying, "His parents need to stop involving themselves. He's too important for their drama." But the part that made everyone gasp, the part that sent shockwaves across social media, was the tone. Erika wasn't frustrated. She wasn't stressed. She wasn't overwhelmed. She sounded irritated, like she couldn't stand them, like their presence was a problem she was forced to deal with. The reaction was immediate. "What drama? They're his parents. How dare she speak about them like that? This is sick." But the story escalated even further when someone who worked that same event night told a journalist, "If you think that line was bad, you should hear the sentence she said 5 minutes later." This triggered a frenzy. People wanted that missing sentence. They demanded it. They begged insiders to drop it. But no one did. Not yet. Instead, another insider stepped forward with a chilling revelation. She treated Charlie's parents that way because she believed they were a threat to her influence over him. A threat. Not because they were overbearing. Not because they were interfering. But because they were too close. Too aware. Too intuitive. Too emotionally connected to Charlie to be manipulated. And Erika hated that. She allegedly believed Charlie's parents might pull him away from decisions she wanted him to make. So she worked, strategically, quietly, subtly, to widen that emotional gap. She controlled access. She filtered conversations. She minimized their involvement. She spun stories to make Charlie think situations were misunderstandings caused by stress or timing. But the second twist in this escalation landed even harder. Because Dave wasn't the only high-profile figure who saw Erika's behavior backstage. A second celebrity, whose name insiders refused to reveal, witnessed a confrontation months earlier and texted someone, "I don't know how Charlie allows her to talk to his parents like that." That text leaked. It spread across Twitter like wildfire. Fans demanded the celebrity reveal themselves, but they stayed silent. Still, the damage was done. It wasn't just Dave. It wasn't just staff. It wasn't just Mickey's wife. Multiple people had seen Erika mistreat Charlie's parents and stayed silent until now. And Erika knew the walls were closing in. According to internal sources, she started calling people late at night. "Tell me you didn't leak anything. I need to know who's spreading lies. Don't say a word to anyone." Her panic grew so severe that she allegedly held a meeting where she said, "If this continues, I will expose everyone's weaknesses. I am not going down alone." This terrified staff. People described it as a threat, a warning, a desperate attempt to silence anyone who might leak the bigger audio. But here's where the escalation reached its absolute breaking point. A message surfaced from someone close to Mickey's wife. There's a reason she recorded more than one clip. There's a reason she saved it. There's a reason she stayed quiet for so long. When pressed, the source added, "Because the audio she hasn't leaked yet names why Erika resented Charlie's parents." That created a hurricane of theories. Did they oppose Erika publicly? Did they warn Charlie about her? Did they challenge her influence? Did they uncover something she didn't want exposed? While the internet spiraled, another insider dropped a final devastating detail. Erika told someone the only reason she tolerated Charlie's parents was because he listens to them more than me. That sentence demolished any remaining sympathy. And then, finally, the shocking twist of this escalation surfaced. A whistleblower posted, "The big recording isn't about what Erika said to the parents. It's about who she said it to." Fans assumed it was another staffer, a friend, a colleague. But insiders insist the truth is far darker. Erika complained about Charlie's parents to someone Charlie never would have expected, someone with enormous influence, someone who encouraged her behavior, someone who used her resentment for their own agenda. And that person is directly connected to the next leak. And the next leak is the one Mickey's wife is preparing. The reaction wasn't normal. It wasn't casual trending. It wasn't just gossip. It was an eruption. The moment Erika's treatment of Charlie's parents went public, first through Dave's leaked comments, then through insider screenshots, then through the growing number of tiny audio snippets, the internet didn't just respond. It split. It cracked open along emotional, political, and personal fault lines so violently that even major news outlets described the moment as the most public fracture in Charlie's circle to date. Twitter, within minutes, descended into absolute chaos. One viral tweet with 600,000 likes read, "Disrespecting someone's parents is wild, but disrespecting Charlie's parents? Erika has lost her mind." Another, "Dave Chappelle would never stick his neck out unless it was real. Erika is done." Then the theories began flooding in. She wanted to isolate him. She saw them as a threat to her influence. She tried to replace them emotionally. This is narcissistic behavior 101. The quote tweets were endless. TikTok wasn't any calmer. Creators rushed to post breakdowns, reenactments, emotional reactions, and multi-part analyses. Some stitched Dave's leaked audio. Others compared Erika's public behavior to the newly exposed comments. A therapist with 2.4 million followers went viral for saying, "This is classic manipulation. Cut off the family so you become the primary influence." A TikTok drama page posted, "Erika treated Charlie's parents like obstacles. This is sick." One comment under that video got over 50,000 likes. Imagine being so power-obsessed you think you outrank someone's mom. Instagram exploded next. Influencers who once eagerly posed with Erika suddenly distanced themselves. One fitness creator deleted every post with her. Another posted a cryptic black screen story that simply said, "I saw too much, and I stayed quiet too long." People instantly connected it to the scandal. On Reddit, a mega thread titled "The Truth About Erika and Charlie's Parents" hit 40,000 comments in under a day. Former volunteers, event attendees, and even donors shared stories of seeing Erika push past, or snap at, or frost out the family. No two stories were identical, but all of them painted the same pattern: cold, dismissive, controlling. And then came the fan conversations. People who admired Charlie's family, who saw them as humble, grounded, soft-spoken, were heartbroken. Hundreds of posts from longtime supporters poured in. "They're such sweet people. How could she treat them like this? Charlie always talks about his parents with so much love. This is messed up. Erika betrayed the wrong people." But the reaction became even more volatile when a journalist claimed to have spoken with someone close to the family. According to the journalist, Charlie's parents never wanted this to be public. They never defended themselves because they wanted to protect him. That set off a whole new wave of outrage. People were furious. Not just at Erika, but at the idea that Charlie's parents were silently hurting while Erika positioned herself as their daughter-in-law figure. Then came the commentary from industry voices. Podcast hosts, comedians, political commentators, YouTubers, gossip outlets. Everyone weighed in. A popular podcast host said, "The level of disrespect Erika showed to Charlie's parents? Unforgivable. There's no recovering from that." A major conservative commentator said, "If Dave Chappelle saw it, believed it, and said it, that means it was bad." A left-leaning commentator added, "This is bigger than politics. This is someone with influence bullying their partner's parents." But the celebrity commentary was the most explosive. A well-known actress posted, "If I ever spoke to my husband's parents like that, he'd leave me, and he should." A musician commented under a viral thread, "Dave didn't lie. He doesn't insert himself in drama unless it's the truth." Even comedians, who normally avoid political drama, jumped in. One wrote, "This is why you don't let power-chasing people near your family." Then came a massive reveal. A beauty influencer with 9 million followers posted, "I was at an event once where Erika snapped at Charlie's mom. I'll never forget the look on her face." The comments fell apart. "Please tell us what happened. She did what?" This is getting uglier. But what sent the internet into full meltdown mode was a reply from the influencer. "I didn't post the clip back then because I didn't want to ruin anyone's life. But now, I think people deserve to know." Wait. Clip? She had a clip? The internet exploded. Was it audio, video, a backstage recording? A casual snippet from a vlog she never uploaded? People begged her to release it. Meanwhile, inside TPUSA, panic spread like a virus. A leaked internal email read, "Do not engage with online speculation. Do not confirm or deny any interactions between Erika and the family." Another leaked message, allegedly from a senior staffer, said, "If more clips surface, everything collapses. Everything collapses." Those two words sent shivers across every platform, because suddenly everyone realized Dave's leak wasn't the peak, it was the beginning. And the next audio leak could be worse. Much worse. News coverage intensified. Fox News ran a segment titled, Erika's behavior toward Charlie's parents raises serious questions. MSNBC covered it under Power, Control, and Manipulation, the Erika Kirk parent scandal. CNN's panel openly asked, what did Erika say off camera? Why was it so bad multiple witnesses are coming forward? But the biggest industry reaction came from someone deep inside the comedy world. A fellow comedian posted, Dave doesn't expose people lightly. He saw something bad, really bad. Fans flooded the comments, pleading for context, details, names, anything. But the comedian added only one more line. Dave held back. Trust me. Held back, meaning Dave knows more, meaning Dave didn't leak everything, meaning the truth is uglier than even the clip suggested. And then, the internet breaks again when Mickey McCoy's wife, the woman who started an entire previous scandal, comments under a viral video discussing Dave's leak. There's another recording. It's not just Dave's. The comment got 300K likes in 1 hour. People demanded she explain. People begged her to drop it. People lost their minds. Someone replied, "What's on the second recording?" Mickey's wife wrote, "What she said to them. You'll understand soon." Soon. The internet froze. Soon? That means she plans to release it, or someone close to her will, or someone has already leaked it privately. TikTok went into investigation mode immediately. What did Erika say to Charlie's parents? Why are so many adults visibly shaken by the memory? What line did she cross? But the online frenzy reached a terrifying peak when a whistleblower dropped one final hint. Erika didn't just disrespect Charlie's parents, she blamed them. Blamed them. For what? And now, every fan, every journalist, every commenter, every insider is asking the same thing. What did Erika say? Why did she say it? Who did she say it to? And what's on the recording Mickey's wife keeps hinting at? Because every source agrees. The worst part hasn't leaked yet. The next audio is the one that will destroy Erika's last remaining defenders. And the next leak will expose the sentence Erika prayed would never reach the public. The final twist didn't come from Dave. It didn't come from staff. It didn't come from anonymous insiders or Reddit sleuths or TikTok detectives. It came from someone nobody ever expected. Someone who had every reason to stay silent, every reason to avoid the spotlight, every reason to protect Charlie's parents, and yet was the only person left who couldn't stay quiet anymore. Charlie's father, but not in the way anyone imagined. The moment came late at night, hours after the public meltdown over the second potential recording. A small private message, sent only to a tiny circle of family friends, accidentally hit the inbox of someone who had been screen capturing everything connected to the scandal. The message was short. Just one line. We tried to warn him about her a long time ago. Those 9 words detonated the internet within minutes. Because up until this moment, the public narrative painted Charlie's parents as silent, gentle, conflict-avoiding people who never pushed back, never complained, never fought Erika's influence. But this message, it revealed something entirely different. They knew. They had known for longer than anyone suspected. And whatever they saw, whatever they tried to warn Charlie about, was serious enough that his father finally, quietly, admitted the truth. They were scared. But the story didn't end with the leaked message. Because an hour later, an insider close to the family stepped forward with something even more shocking. Charlie's parents weren't just hurt by Erika. They were afraid that if they spoke up, someone would retaliate. Retaliate. That word changed everything. Why would Erika retaliate? What power did she hold? What information did she have? What leverage did she believe she controlled? Theories exploded instantly. But the most credible ones came from people inside TPUSA who hinted that Erika had been collecting emotional ammunition. Observations, private comments, tensions. anything she could weaponize whenever she felt threatened. And Charlie's parents? They represented something Erika hated, influence she couldn't control. But the real twist surfaced when a new leak dropped from a burner account with only one follower. The account posted a blurred audio waveform graphic with a caption that sent the entire world into a tailspin. This is the unreleased recording. What she said to his parents is worse than anyone knows. People begged, "Drop it, drop it, drop it." But the account didn't release the audio. Instead, it posted a second message. "This file is protected, waiting on approval." Approval? From WHO? That's when Mickey McCoy's wife re-entered the conversation. She posted, "You'll know soon. Some things can't be rushed." That comment alone trended worldwide. But the final twist, the one that completely upended everything, came from a different direction. A reporter investigating the origins of the Dave clip contacted a source close to Charlie's family. The source refused to speak publicly, but allowed one line to be published anonymously. What Erika said to his parents that night was cruel, but what she said about Charlie himself is what broke them. Charlie. This entire time, people assumed the scandal was about disrespect toward his parents. But now there was something else, something deeper, darker, more personal, something Erika said about Charlie to his parents. And that part hasn't leaked. Yet. The source added, "If that clip comes out, everything changes. Everything." Suddenly, the entire internet stopped asking, "What did Erika say to them?" and began asking, "What did she say about Charlie?" Because if the rumor was true, if Erika directly insulted, belittled, or blamed Charlie in front of his own parents, it would explain everything. The tension, the avoidance, the resigned silence, the pain behind his mother's eyes, the protectiveness in his father's voice, the reason Dave snapped, the reason Mickey's wife recorded, the reason insiders broke their silence. Everything. But here's the part no one was ready for. A final anonymous whistleblower dropped a terrifying line. There's a reason the audio hasn't leaked yet. It doesn't just expose Erika, it exposes someone else. Someone who encouraged her. Someone who encouraged her? Someone who told her how to speak to the parents? Someone who pushed her into that mindset? Someone who used her resentment for their own agenda? The whistleblower ended with, "When the second voice in the clip is revealed, you'll understand why the file is being protected." Second voice, meaning it wasn't just Erika saying that horrible thing. Someone else was there. Someone else participated. Someone else fueled the disrespect. Erika didn't act alone, and the person she was speaking with is someone the public would never expect. Now, the internet is split into two obsessions. 1. What did Erika say about Charlie? 2. Who said the second line back to her? Because insiders insist, the second voice is the real scandal. And the cliffhanger? A small, chilling message from Mickey's wife just hours ago. The world isn't ready for that clip, but it's coming. And now, after everything we've uncovered, Dave's leak, the insider panic, the messages from family friends, the deleted clips, the staff confessions, the circulating screenshots, and the whispers about that second unreleased recording. One thing is clearer than ever. This story is not over. In fact, it feels like we're standing at the edge of the biggest reveal yet. Because if the rumors are true, if the unreleased audio really captures what Erika said about Charlie, not just to his parents, and if that mysterious second voice is someone with influence, power, or direct ties to the fallout, then the next leak won't just expose Erika, it will expose the entire circle around her. So now I need you. Yes, you watching this right now. Tell me in the comments, do you think Erika truly cared about Charlie's parents? Or were they standing in the way of the influence she wanted? Do you believe she tried to isolate him, reshape him, or control his inner circle? And the real question, the one the entire internet is scrambling to figure out, who do you think the second voice on the recording belongs to? A staffer? A strategist? A close friend? Someone high-ranking? Someone who wanted Erika to push the parents out of the picture? Drop your theories below because I promise you, those comments are going to be absolute fire. And listen, if you want to be the first to hear the unreleased clip when it drops, the first to see which insiders crack next, the first to know who the second voice belongs to, then hit like right now so this story spreads further. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next update. And turn on notifications so you're here the very second the next leak hits the internet. Because trust me, the clip Mickey's wife is hinting at, the sentence Erika said about Charlie, the identity of the second voice, when those things drop, everything you think you know will flip upside down. Stay ready. Stay locked in. This scandal is about to explode.